Well, taking a live look now at a very big traffic change for drivers in Norfolk. Now, this morning, crews are getting ready to open the Northampton Boulevard and Military Highway intersection to drivers. It's been under construction for years as crews built a continuous flow intersection. That design is new for our area and for Virginia. Now, the goal is to minimize stop-and-go traffic and cut down on the number of crashes. So Dan's here now to show us how this intersection works. Dan, this is interesting.
Yeah, it is, Ashley. And you know, the biggest change you're going to notice is how and when drivers turn. If you're turning left from Military Highway, you'll merge to the left turning lane before getting to Northampton Boulevard. This way, when you make the left turn, you won't cross into oncoming traffic. Now, if you're going straight, you will proceed through the intersection at the same time as left turning traffic. We've been telling you about this project for years now. Another live look. The nearly $60 million project combines new lanes and signals. VDOT opened the intersection in stages over the weekend, and right now it's open for drivers. Looking forward, Virginia Beach is thinking of using the concept to revamp the intersection of Kempsville Road and Indian River Road.